machines. I should have brought my book. I was thinking about it when we were driving here. Yeah, because it goes.
Probably kind of figure out. Probably could.
Well, the protocols from the book, they're slightly different on the internet. Yeah, the PDF is a little different. So somebody get on these channels. Whether it was Fortress, I think Fortress back then. Okay. Fortress is up. Check this out. Okay, no. Yeah, there you go.
It's so
You see that one? But it's
on YouTube.
Is it really good? It froze.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's on there. It froze. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fortress is good.
It's still going.
I mean, mine is good, but
Somebody said Shalom. Shalom. We got next Max.
Shalom, y'all been seeing what's
Right.
So, no. Are you on my channel? Right, I'm on Fortress. That's what I'm saying. Fortress is tweaking.
I do have the definition of machines.
Okay.
Pillars of Benjamin. Shalom, Mike.
Shalom, Mike.
How about
All right, see this happen. It's not. It's probably somebody's connection. Your phone. Yeah. Salaki, give us 1 second. 1 second. Shalom. Y'all better with the thumb.
Here we go.
Yeah, we can.
All right. All right, shalom. First and foremost, like give all glory, honor, praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, HaKadosh. A double honor to our apostles, great millstone. The salutation to the acumen of 4 quarters, Christian truth and sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. All right, coming back with another lesson through the spirit. GMS Wisconsin, of course. And we're gonna get right into it. As you can see, the title. Exactly, what does the title say?
We're in a new era.
Yep, we are entering into a new era, a new phase, okay? And which is civil unrest, martial law, Jacob's trouble, anarchy, you know, because with this situation with former President Donald Trump with the assassination attempt, that's just nothing but the playbook out of the elites. That's just a play out of the elites playbook, okay? And they go by various forms like light from darkness, or what is what is above so is below, or order ab chaos, okay? Order order from chaos. And that's the same thing. Another way of saying order from chaos is light from darkness. Okay? So Esau sets up the chaos. Somebody get Micah 2 and 1 real quick. And all this is prophecy. Okay? We're finna enter into some times that we've been prophesying about from the beginning with our apostles of Great Millstone. We've been speaking about civil unrest, Jacob's trouble, wars and rumors of wars, commotions of the people. All right, we've been basically reading off the playbook of the scriptures weekly and daily. So now we're here because with this assassination attempt, this is going to bring in draconian measures, more lockdowns, more security, eventually tracking. Okay, but it's all a part of Yahweh Shem El Shai's will, and he's using Esau Edom to create that will through the spirit, and that's known as prophecy. Okay, so who got Micah 2? Yep,
This
go
is
ahead.
Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand."
Yeah, so read that again.
It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds."
Yeah, so them devising iniquity would be formulating what is known as a police state. They're devising iniquity. All right, they're devising a way to lock, basically put people into captivity all over again.
Push a narrative to,
Concentration camps.
yeah, get people to feed into, emotionally feed into this charade.
Yeah. Because this was definitely a stage fucking act. This was staged, man. Okay, this was staged. So read that again.
It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah. So woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Go ahead.
And the morning is light."
Which is a stage events, setting up stage attacks. Okay. Somebody actually look up stage attacks. What is a stage attack or
False flag.
a false flag? Look up. Yeah, look up.
Agent provocateur.
Yeah, look up a false flag. Yep, because they set up what is known as agent provocateurs to carry out certain missions. Okay, and this was a mission, and this is to bring in civil unrest because you have the red versus the blue. You have the Democrats versus the Republicans,
Leftists,
the
right?
leftists, the rightists, the good boys.
Yeah, they was just fighting with somebody.
Yeah, the good boys were just fighting against the liberals or somebody. It was in the West Side. So this is to start commotion, okay, to bring in draconian measures. Go ahead, buddy.
This 2 Corinthians 2:11 says that Satan should get the advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices.
Go ahead, you break it down.
To be ignorant means not to know. All right, we know, saying we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Who is Satan on the planet Earth? The physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, to do the bidding of the left-hand side of the Heavenly Father here on the planet Earth. Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. And he's saying let's just get an advantage over us, because you're gonna get the advantage of the majority of the population because they're not aware, they're not watching, they don't have his wisdom and knowledge.
That ice out.
The ice out.
Yeah, you had the ISUPK dude. He said, "I don't get no visions. I don't get no dreams. I don't."
That's shameful.
Yeah,
To call
yeah.
yourself a man of the Lord and you don't get any vision.
Well, they
you
don't
get
call
any
themselves the
dreams.
men of the Lord.
Well, Saul didn't
We the
get
only
no-
ones that really call ourselves prophets. If anybody paid attention, they
No, I
noticed
kinda know.
that.
That's
These
correct.
other
Yeah.
camps, they don't call themselves prophets. They don't call themselves man of the Lord, nothing like that. You know,
Remember, Saul didn't get no visions or dreams. He went to
a soothsayer.
woman. Yeah.
Yep.
He said he was just a basic soldier of General Yohana.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
he didn't even say the Lord. He said, praise to the Lord to serve General Yohana.
That's wild.
How? It's
He's
crazy.
teaching the cronies how to serve.
Yep. But there's a. Go ahead. You got it. You got it.
The word for device is noema, means an evil purpose.
I got something real quick after you're done.
You got.
Yeah, the evil purpose is to draw y'all into this whole charade. You got a lot of people emotional. You gotta put two and two together. Remember what Klaus Schwab said? Angrier world, prepare for an angrier world. So this is part of that. One of that birthday. Yeah, so things are gonna be different. People's minds are gonna be more geared towards.
Yeah, this is gonna separate households. This is gonna separate friendships.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna separate a lot of people. So there's gonna be a lot of anger and animosity towards Trump supporters. There's gonna be a lot of anger and animosity towards Biden supporters. Okay,
It's going to fuel the sedition among men.
that's the sedition that's about to take place. And then you have those that believe it's a false flag. So you have a lot of different worlds about to collide. You're gonna have those that, that was a false flag, and then you're gonna have those that really believe in Trump. They're gonna be mad that someone is saying it's a false flag. then the Biden supporters, they're gonna be happy. We wish he would have died.
Yeah, that's
You know?
what,
We wish he would have died. And then you're gonna have Trump supporters looking at them sideways. It's gonna be car shootings. It's gonna be highway shootings. Don't be driving around with no damn Trump or Biden logo, because you a target now. See, they're making everybody basically a walking target for chaos.
Don't forget the militias. Those militias that fighting for their rights, or those they call it the true patriot sons.
Yeah, the Patriots.
That you know that fight for the true so-called essence of America, right?
Yep.
Their own rights and everything. That they're against the system, and they know these things are false flags, but they about protecting their own.
Yep.
You know.
Right. And when it comes to Trump, they believe in Trump to be like the last white hope. You know,
Yeah,
great
the
white
savior.
hope.
Yep.
Yeah, the savior. You know, he's been pictured up there like that.
Yep.
So if they take him out, or attempt to, even just them attempting is rounding up emotions.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I got one to go with that Michael real quick. Would you know?
Yeah, I just read the first one. I think that's the point.
Oh no, read it again.
Read it.
Yeah, because you didn't finish the last line.
All right, Micah 2:1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it."
So when the morning is light, they practice it, meaning they actually execute what is known as a false flag. They actually execute their plot. See, what you fucking simple, stupid ass people don't understand is that you have a class of elites, all right? You have a class of elites, and they have meetings and sit downs, okay? Meetings and sit downs for the conspiring. Somebody get Psalms 64, okay?
Means to breathe together.
And which is to breathe together. Conspiracy. They actually make conspiracies of breathing together. They come together. This is a conspiracy. We're breathing together. We're talking, right? And we can have a conspiracy to, hey, let's go to this liquor store on 34th.
Right.
That's a conspiracy. That was a breathing together. That was a plan that we had together that nobody knew, and we just went to execute. That's all it is. That's a conspiracy. So on a high standard of conspiracy of the elites is there, how can we dominate and rule the world? That's what it is. How can I dominate and rule the world? How can we get people to get the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip? How can we get these people to fight against each other so we can bring in more harsh laws so we can get people to depend on us? That's what's happening. So they devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. And this is what you see when you have the Boston bombing, 9/11, and certain shooting, school shootings and things like that. Yep.
Ship bomb.
Yep.
The bridge bomb.
The bridge, yep. So you people out here, y'all about to basically get caught unawares, man. And this unawares is finna be deadly. You see, this unawares is finna get deadly. That's why we named it what we named it. We're entering into a new era or a new phase. Okay, because things is finna tick, man, and the Lord is allowing this stuff to happen. All right, go ahead.
Because to the title, like I said, we're ushering into a new era. Now, there's a term called machine state or state machine. Now, in computing, a machine state is like the state of the machine itself. So you can look at the machine as the country, and the state as in what state is it in? Is it being powered on? Is it being transitioned into better processing, things like that?
Is it idle?
Yeah, it's idle. Is it fulfilling its task?
Right.
So when you look at out into the world, you look at the state of the country. What state is the country, and what's going to transpire to get it to transition to do what we want the inside parts to do, right? Now, this is from MDM web documents. State machine. So state machine is a mathematical abstraction used to design algorithms.
Yep.
Now, look at mathematical equations. The other was just talking about the elites and their conspiracies. Part of their conspiracy are mathematical equations. Their surveys is that the science behind, or the political science behind the actions that they do.
Yeah.
It says
it's like how can we basically by certain events, we want to see the state of the mindset of the people. Okay, so guess what? Everybody going to Twitter, everybody going to Facebook, everybody going to Instagram, everybody going to the podcast.
Yep.
What do they think about this? What do they think about this? Who's on this side? Who's on that side? That's how the machine state works. They're viewing everything that people who's paying attention to it. You know, and that's why this is a part of a distraction too. It's not a it's like a psyop.
Oh, that documentary, Social Dilemma.
Yep.
And it had the animation that showed that they had the AI programmed to see who's watching everything,
Right.
and then to put more of this content out,
Right.
so that way it sticks in your psyche.
That's
You
what it
start to
is.
internalize it, and
Yep.
now it becomes, you know, it
It's
says,
like, yeah, you start talking, you start using certain talking points and narratives.
Yep.
So they
Your thoughts
like you
ain't your
said,
own.
they're speaking for you.
Yep.
Yeah, and they create narratives to do. So this is really the time to be locked in, because you can be swayed. You can actually easily be caught up into the politics.
get caught up into it.
That's right. It says a state machine reads a set of inputs and changes to a different state based on those inputs.
Right.
So-
So what
Go ahead.
what is these based off of what the people, the populace is feeling about it?
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
What the populace is saying.
Let's throw this out
Let's
there.
exactly.
Give them
That's
a
the
reaction.
machine
Throw
thing.
this
Let's
out
throw
there.
this out there.
Yep.
Okay, prime example, 9/11.
I was just
Okay.
kind.
Prime example was 9/11.
And that was a transition.
Yeah.
Because it brought in laws, it brought in the second
Patriot.
it brought in the
Yeah,
Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then it got them to go to war.
Yeah.
So through what? Through propaganda.
Yep.
This
World
is
War
just
II.
propaganda. So
Yeah.
through propaganda, Army strong. Remember, Army strong, this strong. They invaded our country. So they got people minds to rouse the fuck up, all right, to go to war.
Yep.
And simultaneously they're passing laws. This is about them passing laws.
Yeah.
See, Esau, he's
Transition.
the way he gets his wickedness done is by the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
his
get
wickedness.
subscribed.
Bible Shah, somebody get that real quick and then I'll let you finish. Isaiah 10:1.
This is
And then Bible Shah, somebody jump and get Revelation, the 13th chapter and 11th verse.
all right. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed."
See, the writing of grievousness which they have prescribed will be a certain law that they pass. You know, whatever the law may be, like we just mentioned, the Patriot Act, the NDAA Act, the Preparedness Act. You know, so
PDD
through
51.
yep, so through events. Oh, let's not forget about the what was the one? The Warp Speed.
Oh, Operation Warp Speed.
Operation Warp Speed, and that was due to the coronas. See, they put the machines, they put things out there
Mass
to get the
production.
feedback, right? So they can write off these laws. So then that's gonna bring in a tighter claw on society.
And it's becoming more and more draconian until now you won't have any rights or law, not any rights or freedoms left.
And
or
you will,
liberties.
you'll be okay with it.
Yeah,
What do you say?
yeah.
You will own
You will
nothing.
own nothing and be happy.
And you will own nothing and be happy.
That's a conspiracy.
That's a
Right.
conspiracy.
And that's what I got to say.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Right.
Like,
Like, damn.
What do you mean? How could that even transition? And people love their freedom.
Yep.
You're gonna box them into. They say, "Fuck." You're gonna box these people in to the point where you're gonna say, "Fuck my freedom."
Yep.
Y'all
Just
can
protect us.
just protect us. Exactly.
Yep.
Right.
And that's the karate.
And these are engineered crises, you know,
Right.
that they generate, and they had a saying in the world that never let a good crisis go to waste.
There she goes.
So these like with the CV-19, that's served multiple purposes, you know, to tighten their grip on the
Society.
Right.
All right, so it's Isaiah 10:1 again. It says, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed."
Yeah, that's it. One of them that decree unrighteous decrees, and these are unrighteous decrees that Esau is soon that I'm sorry that they've been passed and that they're gonna pass, because that charagma is coming. All roads lead to the sea hill.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead. After
This is back in machine state. It says a state is a description of the status of a system waiting to execute a transition.
Mhm. Let's see.
It says a transition
the
is
New World Order.
Yeah.
The New World Order.
It says a transition is a set of actions to execute when a condition is fulfilled or an event received.
Yep. So you already got nationalists believe like they're being attacked by these leftists, these extreme leftists who allow petties and pedophiles in the school, make flags for pedophiles, and let cross dressers teach the kids. So they already feel like they're under attack, and a lot of families have been going through the actual bullshit with this whole thing, where their kids are being taken away from them by these leftists, whatever they call themselves.
Well, you know what it is.
And then that pressure starts to build. What now they have a more heightened sense of worry, and then they're on defense now. Yep. So it's definitely the commotions, which we gotta read Luke 21 and 9.
Yep.
It's definitely a sense of change in these people. How they take it right now. It's like,
Can I bring this up?
Slack. My bad, Slack. Real quick.
Go ahead.
It's just
Let's get the precepts, bro. Let's get the
the
precepts.
machine state. When you read through this is a representation of prophecy. So what Esau is doing, he's taking his agenda and he is putting his events in place to make this transition happen. So when you read 2 Ezra 9:1, it tells you measure out the time and self-diligence. Now you look at the time, it's what? It's a measure of events. That marks the time. And this says that a transition to state of actions are executed when a condition is fulfilled. So they have these things, these events that they make happen, and then when that fulfills its purpose, they move on to the next one.
Yeah, it's like that video that you brothers posted inside of the chat, right? Of the guy actually talking about what happened with Trump, the assassination attempt. We talked about that back in years ago, man. But they have their prophets on the left hand side.
Oh, well, what the brother just said, that's gradually. And look at the definition. It says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. So these plans that the elites have, it dates back centuries, man. They'll go through like every presidency pushes it along further and further. They just publish it through the agenda of the will of the elites. But real quick precept to go with what the brother brought out in Micah, the 2nd chapter, about them bringing working evil upon their beds because it's in the power of their hands to do so. It's the Psalms 37:7. It says, "Rest in the Lord Yahweh by Shemel Shai, and wait patiently for him. Threat not thyself because of him that prospereth in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass." And that's Esau Edom. It's in his power. It's in the power of his hand because the Lord gave him that power to bring these wicked devices to pass. And these different events, which we about due for another 9/11 type event. That's going on. Yeah.
Another transition about to take place.
My bad. This is 2 Ezra 4:37. It says, by measure hath he measured the times. This is going back to the point of the machine statement, what brothers breaking down. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir until the said measures be fulfilled. So there's certain measures that have to take place, and that's what he's saying, how the machine state applies to prophecy. So these are just small changes, or things that are progressing us towards bigger prophecies.
I got it. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Right. And this is him. These are all of these things that we're seeing in society. All these different events. It's basically him, consolidating that control so he can come down with breakdown. Like the brother was just going into the draconian state. All right, where you practically will get punished. You're gonna be severely punished for the smallest trespass. It's good because it's going to be so much, so much evil going on in the streets. they're gonna feel as though, well, we gotta come down with great wrath, you know, all that. Yeah.
I got a definition for you real quick. Draconian, because that's the state that it's gonna be in, you know, with all these laws being implemented. Draconian, it says, or you can use the totalitarian too, but it says of laws of their application excessively harsh and severe. You know, and that's the condition that they want the world in. They want to have that the tightest grip as possible on the earth, and they're ultimately going to all roads lead to the MOTB. So all this stuff is really leading into that new digital system they want to implement. And Trump been talking heavy against it too. He's talking about he's not going to allow a CBDC to transpire.
But that's the trick.
Yeah.
That's the trick bag. You know, that's to pull people in, because it's evident about the CBDC, the taking your rights away. So he's coming in as, I'm not gonna allow it. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Right.
You know,
to smooth.
but it has to be a bad guy and a good guy. Baba Kushak, get Revelation 13 and 11. Get that real quick.
This is Revelation.
Both sides of it.
Yeah.
It's for the greater good of the elites. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and I behold another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns.
Yeah,
like,
so that beast that come up out of the earth would be the Roman Empire. Okay? This is Rome all over again. All right? So go ahead.
and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
And that two horns like a lamb. When you look up and study about lamb, they're very innocent, they're humble, they're meek. Okay? You know, they appear as not a threat. Okay? So there's two what?
Two horns, yep.
Two horns.
So it says, and he had two horns like a lamb,
Two horns like a lamb. Go ahead.
and he spake as a
They
dragon.
spake as a dragon. See? They spake as a dragon because really, subvertly, they're bringing in, see, that's why you got to understand lingos. You see, we're in different worlds. There's different worlds out here. When you hear different lingos, what the president is saying and what certain political figures are saying, they have a certain lingo that they speak about. Okay? And the fourth industrial revolution. You see, they have a lingo, the internet of things. They have a certain lingo that they speak about. And that lingo is going to lead, if you don't know about the lingo is leading you into the New World Order.
Right, and it said he spake as a dragon, right? A dragon is a serpent. It has a forked tongue.
Right.
And when you go into the definition of what does it mean to have a forked tongue, it says speak in a dishonest way that is meant to deceive the people.
Yep.
Double speak.
And so
Double speak. Now that's another one. Real quick, it says, and this is a famous one. This is Psalms.
Smoother than butter.
Yep. It says Psalms 50. Yeah, that's right. Psalms 55 and 1. Look it up in the NLT. See how it's worded in NLT and the GNT. Somebody get the GNT and the NLT. So this is the KJV. The words of his mouth is talking about Esau, Edom. Okay, the elites. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. You know. But war was in his heart. That's a forked tongue. I'm going to talk to you kindly, sweetly, and gentle. But in the back of my mind, I'm just waiting on you to break that motherfucking shield, that guard down, and I'm going to attack your ass. You see? That's what Esau's doing. His words were softer than oil. Oil was softer than motherfucker. You ever put coconut oil on your skin?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ever put coconut oil and just or avocado oil? It's real smooth. You know,
which proves that they say things that's appealing to people's emotions.
Right.
You know?
That's the witch. That's both tongue. That's witchcraft.
Two horns like a lamb.
Check this definition out.
Let me finish this. His words were softer than. My God. Yep. It say his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So really, behind that sweet talk is really deception and deceit to destroy you. Okay, that's all these presidents. That's all of them. All right, all the presidents that get picked.
Since birth.
Well, yeah, since birth, since the whatever the fuck it is. That's all of them. All of them has an agenda.
Right.
And if you go off of that agenda, you get smoked like Abe Lincoln, and when he came back, he got his ass smoked again, JFK. You see, once you get off of that order, all right, because Esau is serious about his fucking. He's serious about what the fuck he want to get started, man. All right, that cracker, that damn devil. He said, "You gonna stop me from being a fucking god, nigga? We gonna see." He said, "Ain't nobody gonna stop me from becoming a god." You see? He said it's gonna be war if you want to stop Esau from trying to become a god, man. So how much they serious about this shit? That's why we gotta be serious about watching. All right. So we entering into a new age, and all you motherfuckers that think this is a joke, Bob shot give Ezekiel 12. Just hold it on that. Everybody that think this is a joke, hey, the Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. You finna see what Yahweh Hashem Shah has in store for this fucking place. And lo, it will come that a prophet has been among them. All right, go ahead.
And concerning these different politicians, like the brother was saying, you know, they have a campaign that speaks towards the people to, you know, to get them all enthusiastic so they can get elected. But then when they get into office, they do everything.
Man, nobody ever did shit on what they said.
Right. Ever. You know, Obama, a perfect example. All Jake was thinking that he was going to come in and just set Drake free and do all of that, but he came in, he did what? Established
he gave
LGBTQ.
Right. That's all he did.
Right.
He gave his kind.
Yeah. And threw the C-hip into the child's health plan.
Right. Mm-hmm. He gave his kind. He gave his kind a voice.
Right.
That's what he did. Right. He gave him a rights.
Right. And check this out.
Oh yeah, that nigga right there. Period.
If you don't like it, get off. You don't have to contribute. You don't have to participate. And if you're going to interfere with me becoming God, then you're going to have big trouble. Then we'll have warfare. We are going to become gods. Period.
Just like
you don't like it, get off. You don't have to contribute. You don't have to participate. If you're going to interfere with me becoming God, then we'll have big trouble.
Have big trouble.
We'll have warfare.
He says it's going to be warfare. So Esau is serious about this, man. He's serious about these stage attacks and all this shit. He don't give a fuck who dies. You know? So, hey.
Like everything's gonna go according to plan. And they don't
see, Esau about his sacrifice, man. Esau about this shit.
I got a definition that we brought word out, devil speak. Or when you go into Google, it says deliberately ambiguous or obscure language. You go into this word, when you go into ambiguous, the definition for that, it says open to more than one interpretation, having a double meaning.
It says open to more than one interpretation. So you can say something, and Jake do it too now, because Jake like his fucking father, the devil. But when they speak, they'll say something to make it'll be vague, or it'll be a blanket statement. They call it a blanket statement, and they'll say it, and they'll leave it up to you to figure out what it means.
Fill in the missing pieces.
And what people usually do is they fill out in those pieces based on their emotions. You know, that's what I think it means, because I feel this, I feel that, because they're teaching the populace to don't think, feel. Right. You know,
it's the same way with the scriptures. Scriptures is written in allegory, you know, at times in parables. You know, people taking their own interpretation. You know,
it says there's no progress.
The scriptures teach you to think.
Right.
The scriptures teach you to think with a spiritual mind. They want you to feel, because feeling emotions are what carnal. You know, and that's what's going to lead to the ongoing civil war that's about to come up the pipeline.
Well, they can control your emotions too. That's why they want you to be more emotional.
Can't control somebody that thinks.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Fear is one of the main tactics for control.
Yep. And again, let's see, and this is what's being used at the highest levels. Yeah. With, how they say it.
It's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. And it reads, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching."
And the thing is, Jake don't know who the enemy is. Jake don't know that Esau, the so-called white man, this nigga that's walking up and down these streets, all right, that's your enemy. And the top, right, and the top enemy is the elites. Okay, but we have an enemy. All nations have enemies. Like, get the fuck out of this fairy tale fucking world. Everybody has a fucking enemy. Ain't no such thing as not having enemies.
Yeah.
For you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, your fucking enemy is the so-called white man and the rest of the nations, but he's at the top of the list.
He's an enemy.
Yep.
He's even an enemy of God.
Yep, he exactly, he's the enemy of the Most High.
That's nothing yet.
This is Lamentations 1 and 5. It says, "Her adversaries are the chief. Her enemies prosper. For the Lord Yahweh hath afflicted her. For the multitude of her transgressions, her children are gone into captivity before the enemy." Yep. So her oppressors have become her masters. All right. NLT says her enemies prosper. Yep. So the chief is the highest. You know, it's those of the highest order. Yep. And they don't care to waste a few dollars to manipulate. This is what they born and bred to do. That's why we read Micah 2 and 1. Yep. And woe to them that devise iniquity. On their beds. Yep. You know, because their intention is not for your betterment. That's
No.
you know.
Yep.
I'm holding the Psalm 64.
Go ahead, you got it.
Psalm 64 and starting at verse 1. It says, the Psalm of David, "Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy," which is Esau enemy chiefly. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked."
Conspiracy. Hide me from the agenda of the elites. Hide me from the order that they're, trying to implement, which goes into what you brought out earlier. Be not ignorant of Satan's devices. Because we know Satan's devices. So what do? We face in the east. We pray, Baruch Hashah, Yahweh Shem El Shai, protect us, protect the prophets, protect the elect, protect the believers. Okay, because it's about to get ugly. Don't forget, this is still 2024. We're 7 months in.
Oh
yeah, it's fast, but this is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And it don't mean Jacob's trouble is gonna happen now. No. It means there are steps that's gonna lead up and set it up. It's like the threshing floor. Yeah. The threshold is right before you enter into the door. We're at the threshold of things spiraling out of control. Right. Okay? You got it up.
It says, "From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." I read it again, verse 2. "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." And that's all they conspire to do is to work iniquity. Yep. It's iniquity goes with sin upon sin. It says, "Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words."
So a sword is deadly. So their tongue is like a sword. I mean, it's gonna cut. It's made to cut. It's made to cut. You got it.
And when you go into it, it also goes into
I got wasting. It says, verse 5. It says, "They encourage." No, it's like verse 4. "That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not." Yep. "They encourage themselves in an evil matter."
Yeah, they shoot at him and fear not. Meaning they're not. Esau not worried about the consequences. Because ultimately, all of this is geared into coming down on the Israelites, which is the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. So as they shoot at him and they fear not. Go ahead.
It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of lying snares privily or privately, and say, who shall see them?
Yep, because they have something called the Foreign Council of Foreign Relations. They have something called the Bilderberg Group. They have something called the Council 300, the Knights Templar, Scottish Rite,
York Rite.
the York Rite, Scottish Rite, the York Rite. The Scottish Rite is where they came. The Scottish Rite is where Order Ab Chaos came from. Supposedly, the Scottish Rite is where Order from Chaos came from. All right. So they're gonna create that order from the chaos that they caused. That's through the Scottish Rite. All right. You got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's one more verse.
Go ahead. Obadiah 1:6. How are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Through the scriptures. That's it. We know what's. Excuse me. We know what's gonna take place because of the Holy Spirit by the way of the scriptures.
Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time.
Perfect.
So we're not confused at what's going on with the world and what Esau trying to do because we have the wisdom and knowledge of the scripture. Last verse 6. It says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So they strategize, they get they thinking heads together, they all conglomerate, conspire, and they come up with the perfect plan, through the left hand side. The Lord is actually with them, to accomplish these things. They ain't
He's
that
that anointed,
all the time.
he's that anointed cherub. Esau's anointed with this shit. All right, he's anointed. Like you gotta really think about that. He's anointed. The Lord anointed him to get this stuff done. Somebody get that. Bob Kushal, who was the sword? Luke. If you want to top it off too, get Isaiah 10 where it speaks about how he's the axe. The Assyrian is the axe. Bob Kushal, get that. So Jake got to understand that this is what the Lord, this is the will of the Lord. Whatever's happening, Esau is being moved, being an axe, okay, by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai.
I got a precept that actually go a little bit, and you go right to that.
Go ahead.
Psalm 17 and 13. It says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
That's it. So the wicked is the sword of the Lord. The wicked is going to cause prophecy to happen. All right? The Lord is using the wicked to make prophecy. That's how bad the Lord is. I'm going to use the left-hand side to bring in my will. That's what the Lord is doing. He's using the left-hand side to bring in his will. Because it isn't going to be a new world order. The real new world order is going to be Yahushai's return with the holy angels, man. That's going to be Isaiah the 6th chapter where the government is on his shoulders, man. All right? That's the new world order. The new world order is Second Ezra, the 6th chapter and the 7th verse. The beginning of Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Go read the scriptures. Second Ezra 6 and 7. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Right? That's the new world order. Because everything this devil is doing, he's pushing forth Yahushai's return.
Got it, Isaiah 10.
Go ahead.
I got it.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 24 and 25, and it reads, then cometh the end when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
That's it.
For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet.
That's it. That's what's going to happen. That's the new world order. That's the new world order for Yahushai to come and reign. He's going to put all these dominions down. Okay? But he has to have a reason to come back. The reason to come back is the mark of the beast. All roads lead to the Charagma. The Lord needs a reason to come back. The prophets have to come out, declare the evil, declare the wickedness, and this devil has to implement the mark of the beast.
He's definitely going to do, because this is the beginning of you have the civil unrest, the different phases, and then ultimately you're going to have digital IDs. Everybody going to have a digital ID to log online. All right. To verify, you're gonna have to verify yourself, just like they do on Instagram or any other channel. You gotta be verified.
Yeah, you go. Put your email address and all that
exactly.
shit.
So how does that tie into the MOTB? All right, because everything is gonna be digital. Okay, you're gonna have to access everything digital, and so there's an economic crash looming with the dollar. You ain't gonna be able to. It's gonna take hundreds of dollars to buy a loaf of bread. So, and that was the sign of the nations getting rid of the dollar, because those dollars have to go somewhere. They have to come back here. All right. So yeah, this is just the beginning. So yeah.
Yeah, the petrodollar just been disannulled. The effects of that has yet to be seen fully, but all it takes is some major event to really push that forward quickly.
And 2025 is going to be filled with major events, especially at the end, towards leading to this what do they call it? The presidency or whatever the hell they call it.
The election.
The election.
Now, to extra to your point, this is from the Global Governance Agenda 2025. It is from the PDF on DNI.gov. And there's a section in here in the intro. It says potential scenarios. It says we have sprinkled fictionalized scenarios that could result if we believe likely the multitude of diverse governance frameworks struggle to keep pace with the looming number of transnational and global challenges. The scenarios
are merging everything into one. One of those things is the CBDC.
Central.
Yeah, it's centralizing everything. Yeah.
It says the scenarios illustrate various permutations that could happen over the next 15 years.
Yep.
The following summarizes what we see as a principal potential trajectories of the international system as it tries to confront new challenges. We believe the risks of unreformed global governance systems are likely to accumulate over time.
So unreformed global systems, all right, and the object is to reform the systems, all right. So they're saying things can get out of hand, right? But they have a way of making things get back on course. So you got it.
It says crises.
See, crises is a big thing. They have to use crises. They've been using crises, and 9/11 was one of those crises.
Yeah.
And just recently we just had the pandemic.
Yep.
So those crises drove us toward a different state, but also it drove different measures, and it drove this global governance.
America hasn't been the same after.
No.
After COVID, America has not been the same. We dealing with the shipments and the export-import from other countries and other things coming over here. It's been a very, very slow progress.
And it says crises. So long
and Salaki, and that brings in a crisis within the cities, because there's going to be a lack of things. When certain crises happen, there's lack of food. There's lack of products to get certain things, resources to get certain things done. I remember during the C-19, even simple things as hair products and things was scarce,
Oh yeah.
But what about the wider scale of it? I'm just saying, because I came across somebody who had a beauty supply, and they said with the C-19, I'm not getting none of my shipments. So he was asking me to make the organic stuff for him. You know what I'm saying? Right here on Capitol. So they wanted me to make the organic stuff because they wasn't getting no shipments from the stores. So if you can't get certain things like that, what about the big shit that actually matters, that make this motherfucker go?
It says crises, so long as they are not overwhelming, may actually spur greater innovation and change in the system.
So why the hell are they talking about crises spurring innovation and changes into their system?
Yep.
Because they're using them.
Yeah.
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Exactly.
So if there's a pestilence, never let a good crisis go to waste. Let's make laws.
Yeah.
Let's lock people in. Let's give a reason for a curfew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make a reason that we can tell these people that they can't come outside after 9 o'clock. Let's make a reason for that because the pestilence. You don't want to die. If you're not gonna get the VACA, the poke, well, you gotta stay in the house.
Yep.
Let's get a reason to do it then. Let's start that. That's a crisis.
But yeah,
You know?
and then the city's shutting down, not being able to travel. They don't have an excuse for that.
Yep.
How do we know you're not a defector? How do we know you're not a terrorist?
Yeah, how do we know you're not? Yep.
Well, like the movie Civil War, they said when he came up to the soldier, he said, "I'm American." He said, "What kind of American?"
What kind of American?
Right.
For real.
You a liberal? Or
Right,
you a
right.
goddamn Democrat? Are you
Right.
Republican? Are you this? Or are you
Yeah.
conservative? Well, what are you, nigga?
Yeah.
You know,
After this Trump, you know,
If somebody get on Fortress or another post or something.
yeah, I'm ready to post something.
Okay, yeah, get these precepts from the comic books.
I got it.
This is the last of it. It just says inaction over the long term increases the risk of a complete breakdown, meaning a breakdown of their agenda.
Yeah.
So they have to stay active in this shit.
That's why you got groups like Antifa, you know, they screaming about age of provocateurs. So it ain't far-fetched. Manchurian candidate, all that other type of stuff.
I got the brothers
You got
precept. It's the brothers GMS Spiritual Arc 144. It's like 144,000. And the brother posted Psalms chapter 64 and verse 5 and 6, and it reads, "They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately.
Yep.
They say, who shall see them?" I was just this the other day. It says, it says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Yeah, that's Esau. He accomplished it. You know what? Read that from the beginning. Shall I read it again?
Verse 5.
No, just read it from whatever you started from.
Psalm chapter 64 and verse 6. It reads, "They search out iniquities.
Yep.
They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep."
Start from verse 1.
Verse 1. Because he only posted 6 or 5 or 6.
Yeah, start from verse 1.
Yeah, and then their agenda. They planned it perfect.
Yep.
It's planned out perfect.
Which will be known as, I believe, first person I heard say this was I think Elder Yashawaba. Left hand, yeah, how you say it? Left hand prophecies.
Yeah.
You know, the left hand, they have they certain prophecies that they want to fulfill.
Yeah.
Which is their, it's just, like the Lord has his agenda. He has his, his set prophecies. Esau has their set, quote unquote, prophecies that they want to get done too. Which ultimately is Yahweh Shemel Shah, regardless.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So read it from the beginning.
This book of Psalms chapter 64 and verse 1, and it reads, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
The enemy is Esau, Edom, beginning with the elite. Go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Yep.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity."
The insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Now, insurrection meaning the uprising. So Esau is going to cause this uprising. Somebody look up real quick. Go look up insurrection. You can't get it that fast. I get it. Insurrection.
Well, NLT says, "Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers."
Yeah, well, they're a gang of wrongdoers. The elite Edomites, they are the top gang members. They are the top crew.
I got them in the Edmon.
Go ahead.
This is the word insurrection in Edmon online. Uprising against civil authority.
Yep. So they cause an uprising against the civil authority. They cause an uprising against the congressmen, your aldermen, your mayors, ultimately your presidents. Okay, now assassination attempt is a plan to overthrow a government. An assassination attempt is a plot, a plan to cause anarchy and confusion. You know, because if you assassinate a president, this gonna be a whole police state.
Yeah.
So these are the insurrection. These are the workers of iniquity. They cause the uprisings on the earth.
That's right.
They cause people to get violent and come up against the government.
Well, that's what happened with Pennsylvania, because that happened in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
And what happened was that the entire state of Pennsylvania, there was a no-fly zones, no ins or outs, like nobody could leave, nobody could come in.
Yep.
You know,
Now let's say he assassinated. Let's say he assassinated him, or whatever happened. Let's say he didn't get caught. It's a manhunt. See, if there's a manhunt, that means they finna stop planes. They're gonna stop buses. They're gonna stop trains. They're gonna stop the highway, whatever highway that leads into Pennsylvania. They finna check. They finna stop that shit. Checkpoint it out. And don't get it twisted. They plan for this shit, so it can go quick. It's different phases when it comes to what is known as a state of emergency. There are phases to a state of emergency. And Esau acts quick. Remember after the movie Besieged, and Besieged, the next morning at 5 in the morning, you had the whole city flooded with troops. Let something pop off. There's gonna be the entire city is gonna be flooded with troops, man. And I used to do trucking and certain construction working, going into little crazy areas where there's a lot of motherfucking hidden bases in Wisconsin. I'm gonna say Wisconsin. I don't know about other fucking places, but I'm pretty sure that they have them there too. But there are little hidden goddamn bases, man, military bases in these crazy Wisconsin roads, these little dirt ass roads and shit, nigga. They got motherfucking military training right there, so it could be a second, and they gonna be there already.
Almost every city. Now, I'm not gonna say every city, but in certain cities, they'll have a tank. Literally, they'll have a tank at the entrance of the city. We see that along the highway. We see a tank. There's a tank. It's a few tanks that we see on the highway. So that means something, you know.
Yep.
That could be the U.S. military taking that ground.
Yep. Well, finish that up.
Back in the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 2, and it reads, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words."
Yep.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
And the perfect is the Israelites.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's what it's to ultimately gain control. So what? They can watch everyone and watch us, because we're a big part of prophecy as well. A huge part of prophecy.
And that's called Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for the world in general, but Israel in particular.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why 2 Esdras chapter 16, it says, "And still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord."
That's it. We can get that too.
Verse 4, it says, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him. It's like I'm reading too loud.
No, you can.
Suddenly do they shoot at him
Don't hear the word today.
and fear not. It says,
and fear not. They don't fear, you know. So they're shooting at the elect. Why? Because what? Look, we go back to what that dude said.
It's gonna be trouble.
Right? He said it's gonna be what? He's gonna stop us from being God.
He said, period.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because really, it's a ongoing fight. It's a perpetual fight between Jacob and Esau, and that's what we can't forget that. Is that we're the son of the God?
War with Amalek from generation to generation. Whether y'all believe it, like it, understand it or not, this is the war with Amalek right here. Okay.
So it's all tied into it.
And Amalek don't give a fuck who is getting caught in the crossfire. We want our birthright back.
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck them Israelites up to get it. Okay.
Because they saying they said God promised them to be the son, because God, the Most High, promised us to be the sons of God, that He was going to make us immortal.
Yep.
That's the promise. That's what's on the line.
Yep. So that's why he want to be a God.
Yeah, that's why He wanted. Yep.
So his mind says God versus God.
Right. So
Your ass is true.
it's a race to be a god. It's a race towards being a
Yeah.
god.
We don't see
Like-
who's right or wrong.
Hey, we racing to be God too. We in a race.
That's right.
We in a race to become back Allahaya. We in a race to become back in our original state. And Esau is in a race to become a God. You know? So hey, shit, let the motherfucking battle begin.
That's right.
This shit began when Jacob and Esau was in the womb. All right, this is a long this shit go way back, man. What's happening right now is because what happened in the womb. Yeah, Cain and Abel.
Esau like to promote
All right.
rivalries, right?
Hey, well, you know what? Pardon me, not even Cain and Abel. Let's go back into the Lord did it.
Yeah, yeah.
The Lord did it.
Create enmity with the woman's seed and the
The
serpent.
woman's seed and the serpent seed, man. Bible can I get that? And then hold on that 2nd Ezra 6:2.
This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 15.
So this is what y'all don't get, man. All this commotion, this is the enmity that the Lord set in stone 1,000 years ago. This is going on what? 6,000 years ago. This is a 6,000, almost a 6,000-year-old battle war, man. That's how deep this goes. Y'all, you niggas don't know what the fuck is going on. Vocab don't know what the fuck is going on, man. He's so stuck trying to prove that we not the Israelites, nigga. We are the Israelites.
Right.
You stuck on that.
It's already
See, they at least got this nigga stuck on. You gotta prove to the world that you gotta stop it. You gotta that they're not the Israelites. You gotta tell everybody that they're not. Why you doing that dumb shit? Trying to go to all these camps, all of GMS camps and other camps, nigga. The Lord got prophecy happening. You on a mission? Look, they at least got you on a stupid ass mission.
right.
This is a non-winning mission.
Okay, send off man.
Right, vocab is the send-off man. Back in the world, we call him send-off. When we got an underling goofy nigga that you want to go do some shit, all right, he called the send-off man. We go ahead and send off. Go ahead and do that.
All right.
You know, go ahead and do that. That's what Esau got this nigga
It's the
doing.
least important job. Yeah.
That's the least important job, bro. Because the elites know that we the Israelites.
Right.
And he got your stupid ass trying to convince the world that we're not the Israelites when they know that we are the Israelites. You got the weakest job, bro.
Yeah, and
And you're horrible at it. You're horrible.
And he's the epitome of anti-Hamashiach.
Yeah.
You know, because you keep pushing that Jesus vibe. You know, believe in Jesus. No, bro, that's anti-Hamashiach. That ain't got nothing to do with the scripture. Jesus really ain't got nothing to do with what's taking place. You know, Jesus is the trick, the ploy. You know, the snare. You know.
He's paying his bills, obviously.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the only
it.
thing he do. So
That's
it's
it. Actually, keep the lights on.
This is
That's
Genesis.
it. Nigga stressing.
Yeah.
A sign
He know what he
of
doing is wrong, but he's paying the
a
bills,
sign of
like-
stress is when you gaining weight.
Right.
That nigga getting chunky as hell, boy.
Drinking every night.
Right.
Nigga getting chunky.
Yeah, man. You come up like every proud person.
Stress eating like a female.
So this is Genesis 3 and 15. This is, and I won't put
Got this
enmity.
nigga going to London and shit. Like, man, take your ass to London.
That's false.
Go ahead.
All right, it says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Hate, envy. All right?
Okay.
Between thee and the woman. And it's dealing with who's the mother of Jacob? Who's the mother of the tribes? All right? That's the woman. All right? I will put enmity between thee and the woman, the seed of Israel. All right? The serpent seed, the wicked seed versus the Israelite seed. Go ahead.
And it says, in between thy seed and her seed,
Mm-hmm.
it shall bruise thy head,
Yep.
and thou shalt bruise his heel.
It shall bruise thy head, all right, and thou shalt bruise his heel. This is what's happening now. Somebody get see, we were bruised when we were taken into captivity, right? That's our heel being bruised. But we're bruising the head. Hold on, under the foundation. Let me type in foundation. I can't remember exactly what it said. Thou woundest the head out of the wicked. I believe it's out of the house of the wicked. Here we go. This is Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, and the 13th verse. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for the salvation with thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck. You see? So we're wounding the head. A head trauma, a head blow is deadlier than a fucking heel blow. We were wounded with the heel with captivity, slavery, losing our nationality, losing our customs, our power, our God, our laws, statutes, commandments, etc. We were bruised. Okay, the heel was bruised, but remember Revelation, the 11th chapter said that we were going to stand upon our feet. So eventually that bruise was healed. And that bruise was healed. You go to Isaiah, what does it say in Isaiah? Here we go. Hold on, let me get it real quick. It's Isaiah 29 and 22. And it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. Okay, this is that heel, that bruised heel being healed. Okay, Jacob's face shall not wax pale, meaning we're not going to be feeble, we're going to be ashamed, we're not going to be weak anymore. But if you get hit in the head, that's an everlasting trauma damage.
Blunt force.
And the hit to the head ain't a physical hit, is revealing who the wicked is. That's what we're doing. We're revealing who the wicked is. We're revealing the plans of the wicked.
It's the knockout.
Okay? So, Bob, should I read that again?
Genesis 3 and 15, it reads, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Yep, hate between Esau and Jacob when we come on the scene as Esau and Jacob.
And between thy seed and her seed.
Yep, between the seed of the serpent, which is the serpent has a genealogy, right? From the serpent to Cain to the Edomite, which is today the so-called white man. Okay? Go ahead.
It shall bruise thy head.
It shall bruise thy head, right? Because eventually we're going to take this devil down by revealing who he is. That's Thessalonians. Somebody can get that. Go ahead.
And thou shalt bruise his heel.
Yeah, we were taken into captivity. We lost our way. And we became a degenerate. How has that become a degenerate vine? We were bruised. Okay? But now we've been healed through the Holy Spirit.
Standing upon their feet.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Real quick, let me read this again. Isaiah 29 and 22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. Now, the old breakdown we used to use was that Jacob won't be white, look like an Edomite, but that wax pale goes into feeble and weak. Okay? But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name. See, this is us not waxing pale anymore. Sanctifying the Lord's name, which is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the power of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come into understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. So that's us converting and being healed into the truth. Okay? So, that bruised heel is now healed. Okay, by standing on our feet. This is the part of standing on our feet, revealing who the devil is, revealing his agenda. Okay, go ahead.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3, and it reads, let no man deceive you by any means,
right? For
that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
That was when our heel was bruised. They're falling away. 70 AD, we were scattered. The diaspora, we were sent off to various we went into captivity. Certain Israelites scattered on the four corners of the earth. So that was our falling away. We fell from our customs, our nationality, our heritage, our power, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And this is the time for the man of sin being revealed, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
It says the son of perdition,
The son of destruction. Okay. Go ahead.
who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
Yep.
And it's like,
He opposes, means that he's the opposite of all that's called God, the Most High.
Yeah,
So he's against Yahweh. He's against Yahweh Shai. He's against the angels. He's against the people, the Israelites. Go ahead.
it's so-called white man pushing that narrative.
Yep.
You know, Noah Yuval Harari.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
the World Economic
The
Forum.
strongest nigga in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
smallest
world,
nigga.
bro.
And the nigga gay on top of that.
Of course he is. Let's get it.
yeah, but he said God.
Nigga, you gay.
He said God had flaws in the way he did things. We can do
Stop.
it better.
Yeah,
Stop it.
You scrawny piece of shit.
Right. If the Lord calls Jacob a worm, right? What the fuck does the nation symbolize? The scripture say there is nothing.
Nothing.
Spittle in a bucket.
You the basis of all of these.
You the scrawniest thing alive. What 11-year-old can beat your ass?
Right.
You got this nigga. You got this dude talking so much shit
Right.
about the Most High. This little ass dude, man.
No, it choke his ass out.
You know?
That's why they're gonna say in the kingdom, this was he.
Like this,
Yeah,
like these
yeah,
little
this
goofy,
nigga.
scrawny ass niggas. Look at the fucking Rothschild. These little peasy ass
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Right. Right.
That's how you know though, but that's how you know that they didn't want your cherub. Because ain't no way in the fuck.
Man.
They want for the Lord, bro. But that goes back to Columbus. When they sent the ships over and the Spanish Inquisition over to the Americas to go retrieve Gad, Reuben, and Ephraim, they sent those test ships. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And he said, okay, we're gonna send these ships first. And if nothing happens to these ships, they know the Lord is with them.
Yep.
You know, that's what they doing now. This is a test run to see if the Lord is with them or not.
Put their toe
Exactly.
in the water.
Yeah, go into
See if it's
Lamentations.
hot.
Go to Lamentations, the second chapter. You know, the Lord has done what He's devised. See, they're looking at these prophecies in the scriptures just how we looking at these prophecies in the scriptures, right? And they're fulfilling their lot. But what they don't seem to understand is their latter end.
Right.
You know?
Right. Hey, I got something right real quick. Is it 51? Let me see.
They're not willing to accept their latter end. They
They
trying
don't even
to
the
offer.
scripture say they don't even consider their latter end.
Yeah. You know, try to put it out their mind like,
Ain't no consequences to what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's a scary place to be in.
Yeah.
To be real.
That's a reprobate.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reprobate is void of judgment.
Yeah, the brother Yaakov Wall says Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah,
This is Psalms 50 and 21. These things thou hast done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
So,
We're reading the Second Thessalonians.
That's it. You see, he thought I was one as you. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Right.
And this is what you see today. You see the Israelites rising up right before your eyes, man. In the midst of your agenda, in the midst of your plots, your plans, and all of that, and you look to your left and your right, you see the Israelites rising up.
That's that heel, like you said, being healed.
That's that heel being healed. That bruised heel has now been healed.
Right.
Why? Because we know who we are.
And to land back a precept, before thine eyes, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, verse 1. Says, then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
Yep.
When they see it,
Yeah, made no account of his labors. Esau don't think that what we doing is going to benefit.
Yeah.
You see? He said, let's see if his words be true. He don't believe that they true. He don't believe that we are the sons. He knows that we are the sons of God. He knows that we are the Israelites. But let's see if the Lord going to defend these niggas. You see? That's Esau's mind. Let's see if the Lord actually defends them from the hell that we finna put on them.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
So they in fear. Just best believe that. 1969, all the way until now. Okay?
Right? Because that's a major sign of their downfall. And they know, you know, all the billions of dollars that they invested, you know, to keep us
Ain't no more.
away from this truth, it didn't profit them, you know. All that money was wasted.
Go ahead, you got it.
This is from GMS Spiritual Arc. Some GMS Spiritual Arc 144K. He posted Psalm chapter 2, verse 1, reading down to 2. It says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?"
Right, and that's the elite, you know, ultimately. You know, they raging, like the brother brought out earlier, Revelation 12:12, coming down with great wrath, but it's got a short time. And it says, and they imagining the vain thing. This whole thing that they thinking they're trying to do, you know, in terms of establishing a new world order, you know, is vain, you know. And it says what?
It says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?"
Yeah, Esau think that he's finna be next. That's why he's causing this commotion. And Baruch Shah, don't forget to read Luke 21. That's why he's causing the commotion that he's causing, because
Pretty much shutting down Jake's. It's shutting down everything, so nobody can progress in the future except for him. And so he's hoping that he can shut down everything, so that he is the only one that has control of the future resources. So damn, you know, anybody being risen up and awoken, you know, to any type of truth, because what? Eventually I'm gonna cut all avenues of truth off. I'm gonna shut down all aspects of society, all aspects of freedom. See? Go ahead.
We know Psalm 2 and 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together.
They're gonna counsel.
yep. See, everything is about a council. Esau has these councils. All right, he has these meetings. Well, you niggas is worried about Cardi B, Jay-Z, the beefs, the folly, and y'all notice since 2010, there's been a lot of reality TV shows.
Yeah.
You see, there's been a lot of different fucking degenerate ass niggas getting on the fucking TV screen.
Hip hop, what's that? Love and hip hop. That shit still.
Mob Wives.
It was
Yeah,
Mob
NBA
Wives,
Wives.
Love and Hip Hop, NBA Wives,
Bad Girls, Bad
yeah.
Girls Club.
and Bad Girls Club came back, and all these.
They brought
different
College
things.
Hill back.
So
Like, what the fuck?
They literally got like secret channels and shit just full of niggas, you know, reality TV shows. Man.
and it's all folly. The bitch, what's that whole name? Natalie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She got like 3 shows, man.
This
That
the
pop the balloon
degenerate.
bullshit.
Yeah, the pop the balloon shit. There's so much dumb bullshit out here that they just really distracting you off of from the counsels of the wicked. Okay? Esau is distracting you from his counsels. Well, a part of his counsels is to distract you. Because you got to understand the pyramid, the Illuminati pyramid is different layers. You got Hollywood, you got propaganda, you got the laws being passed. You got a lot of different layers to this thing, but Jake don't know what the fuck to do. Jake don't know what's happening.
Same way in the Roman Empire with bread and circus.
Bread and, there you go, bread and
It's
circus.
like,
That's how I know you have
we
to
need
end the empire.
the goodest answer y'all can come up with is, oh, you need to vote. No, vote locally. You know,
Ain't nothing changed because you ain't voting.
right. Like,
Yeah,
shut the
Jake saying
fuck
that all
up,
the
man.
time, man.
You can't complain if you ain't voting. Bitch, fuck
Watch, stupid.
But the scripture says Esau is a cunning hunter, man. You know what I mean? And when you're hunting, man, you know you don't want the thing that you're hunting to see.
that
So
boy
you have to
good.
distract it.
That boy good.
You know what I mean?
That's why they got the tree hive, or the
Yeah.
what they call them? Well, they'll sit up in the tree and they'll wait.
The camouflage.
They have to disguise themselves.
And Esau, I'm sorry.
No, Salaki, that's where the smooth as butter words, comes in that,
One thing you better know about Esau is that he's patient.
Yep.
A hunter.
That nigga waiting.
A hunter is very patient. Okay? A cunning, beautiful. A cunning hunter.
Yeah.
A
Meaning he has
cunning
wisdom.
hunter is patient.
Yeah.
He will set 8 different traps up, and he just sit back and wait. He'll just sit back and wait.
And you gonna get caught on one of them because it's right in your
Eventually-
usual path. because you
Eventually,
surveyed.
you're gonna get caught.
Here, I got the
A good
definition.
hunter surveys the land and knows the migration and feeding patterns of his animals and his prey.
He'll throw bait out.
Yeah.
That's the machine
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
He'll throw bait out there
Yeah.
just to see what's gonna catch.
Yeah.
It ain't gotta catch. It don't matter. It ain't gotta catch. But eventually, something is gonna catch. When you do, I don't know. I mean, the brothers went fishing before, but when you fish, that's a patient game right
Yeah.
there.
You throw your rod out and you let it sit. But a real fisherman have 2 or 3 rods.
5.
Mhm.
I'm throwing 5 out there. I'm on your ass. I'm hungry.
But that's Esau.
Salaki, I got the definition to cunning.
No Diddy.
Yeah.
Throw a rod out there, goddamn.
You said 5. You funny.
5.
Throw a rod out
hungry.
there.
It's the definition to the word cunning. It says having or showing skill in achieving one's end by deceit or evasion.
Ooh, shit.
Cunning. It's Esau, baby.
There, look.
Or evasion. That nigga's a fugitive.
Oh, I got a precept for that. I got a precept for that.
Synonyms: crafty, artful, guileful.
The
It's
Lord,
like
that's the works of the
Salaki.
crafty. So eventually, all of this smoke and mirrors that he's throwing out to succeed in enterprise, the Lord is going to destroy and disrupt all of this shit.
But that goes back to Esau from the very beginning. You said the serpent was more
Subtle,
subtle than every
beautiful.
beast of
That's right.
the field.
That's
You
it.
know, Esau, very crafty, man.
He gotta, like you said, he got to do a landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got to do a landscape, and he got to put his booby traps around, and he just have to sit back and wait.
Right. And even when he throws them out there and it don't work, that gives him information right there. About, okay, that didn't work. So
That's it.
Yep.
I got
That's a part of the
Scrap it.
psychology of the media. That's the psychology of the internet. I'm gonna throw this out there. Let's see who believes it. I'm gonna throw this out there. Let's see who don't believe it. So it's all working in his devil. The scriptures speak about how he's wiser than Daniel.
Yep.
You know,
Even with the whole fake news. They threw the fake news out there, turned fake news, right? And now we got everybody fighting for what's real and what's fake.
exactly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Dividing
the-
everybody.
Esau is the master of confusion.
Manipulation. Yeah.
Go ahead. Aki.
This quick precept, the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, and verse 16. And it reads, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall."
So their whole purpose is to catch people up, and so that they can, basically put people in the snare,
Yeah.
so they can fuck people's lives up.
Verse 17, "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence."
So they food is wickedness. You get up and make your breakfast. They get up and they write notes on how to destroy the world.
Because our
To-do list.
our daily bread.
Yeah, to-do list to take over the world.
Right.
Biggie, I was just gonna say
Right.
that Biggie and the brain.
Yeah.
To-do list.
Gotta take
Anything
over
we do
the
every
world.
Right. Do list. Get everybody hooked on social media.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Facebook was an agenda to keep
Yep.
your motherfucking head down.
That shit work.
That
And it
worked.
worked. Yeah.
It was ingenious. That shit great.
Even some of the prophets failed to that.
And well, John
Yeah,
was like,
you
John
gotta
was
shake
like,
the
he
shit
said,
off,
he said
like,
he
God
marveled.
damn.
He marveled at the whore.
God.
So yeah,
So yeah.
The angel had to tell him that.
Hey man, we
Right. Step out of it.
yeah.
Like that scene in The Matrix when he always, the lady in red dress,
Yeah.
looking young.
Look again.
You know? He got a
Don't
gun in
sleep.
his face.
Don't concentrate on the finger. Or you're gonna miss all the heavenly glory.
That's it.
But Esau about that finger in your face,
Mhm.
waving it.
I got a precept real quick. You got something?
I have to look for one like that.
Yeah, you know what?
I got it.
That'd be the last scripture.
Start from verse 7. Go ahead. Now read that right now. You got it.
You got it.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 7. It says, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he
Dealing with the end of the world.
verse 8, and he said, how was I speaking?
Uh-huh.
Take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed.
Yeah, you got different churches out here, whether they're Israelites or Black Christianity. Or you can even throw vocab bitch ass in there. You know? Go ahead.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach.
Yeah.
And the time draweth near.
Literally, people are gonna say that they're the Messiah, and then there's another fold to it where this church or this temple is the house of the Lord. So come here, you know. I was just thinking of that spirit.
It says, "In the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions,
See, war. Somebody. I can do it myself.
The scriptures are telling you to
Come on.
think. The scriptures are telling you to think.
Right.
When you see these things, first of all, don't go after any of these things. But when you see these commotions, when you see these things, you know, this is what you're supposed to pay attention to.
Right.
This is what you're not supposed to pay attention to. Don't go over there with these niggas talking about the temple of the Lord of these. The Lord is here. The Lord is there. You know, because the Lord is in the book.
Yeah.
And
Or even these distractions like Esau.
this is the spirit you're supposed to be following.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I was gonna say, man. To those that somewhat confused, well, you shouldn't be confused, really. You're supposed to follow what the scripture's saying. That's why we following prophecy. We're not getting involved in what politics is.
That's about the time dealing with me.
Yeah.
As long as it's, you know.
Yeah, don't get caught up in all this. The angles of the shot. Was it blood on the nigga? Was it a bullet, BB gun?
Don't concentrate on
Was
the
it?
finger.
Yeah, you concentrate on the fucking finger. Right there, you concentrate on the finger. Look at the what's gonna come from this civil unrest, martial law, Jacob's troubles, lockdowns. You know.
Digital ID.
Look, real quick, hold that on that, but get Satan's house divided. This is bringing the division of Babylon, man. You see,
I had that when we first started.
God. This is the division of America. Any kingdom is divided and it won't stand. This is the end. Okay? We had the southern and the northern kingdom. We got divided. We failed as a people. The important thing about the sticks coming together is that after all these years, since 726 motherfucking BC, all right, during the Syrian captivity, when our brothers had left and went to Assyria, and then came over here to the Americas, we have not been with the northern kingdom since then. That's why the restoration of Israel is so important, because we failed. The two kingdoms were split. It was rent. Okay, any kingdom rent, it won't last. So that's why it's so dope that we're back together. And guess what? Now this kingdom is rented. This kingdom is being separated.
It's a balance.
Classes, separation. Everything is separated here. Families is separated. Well, Yahushua said it. Don't think that I have come.
I have.
He said, let's get that.
I got Matthew 12.
All right, get Matthew 12, and then I'll get he said, no, I didn't come for peace, right?
Down with a sword. Matthew 10.
Okay. Peace, sword.
This is Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts. It said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
That's it. Where's the one that says kingdom? There's another one.
Yeah, there's another one.
That's another one. Yeah, that's another one.
This is Luke chapter 11, verse 17.
Yep.
It says, but he knoweth their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
See, every kingdom that's brought against itself, every kingdom, I'm sorry, say it again.
Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
So this place is circling the drain. This place is about to be brought to desolation.
And the house divided against itself. And a house divided against a house falleth.
And a house divided against a house falleth. This is the whole point of the plebeians and patricians, and then you have the Democrats and the Republicans. Now the thing is this though, this is the trick bag. The elites know that they're 1 and 1, but you are bamboozled thinking that they're separate.
Yep.
So this is where the classes and the fightings begin.
The two horns.
The two horns.
Because the elite no. So you even got the elite sides, they together, and then their constituents that believe in them.
Yeah.
Those you the fools.
You the fools.
You the ones that's gonna get caught in the chaos. While these two, these two, the ones that's at the head of the parties, they're gonna walk away scot free.
Yep.
I don't know if you read verse 26 in that Matthew 12. It says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
Yeah, so that's what's happening.
Right. It says, how shall then his kingdom stand? And this is Satan's kingdom. The scriptures say, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Perfect.
So they divided against themselves. You got Esau telling on Esau, making these different. They all speculating, like Christopher, dude, AMTV. Little dude, he panicking and shit.
Yeah, Christopher Reed.
Yeah.
He annoying, though.
Yeah. I mean, he got some points, but
he got some points, but that dude he be annoying me sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie.
When he try to get spiritual and try to get, that's when he fuck up.
Yeah,
like,
leave the Bible alone.
Just stick with the news, nigga.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Look, this is for the only people that can break the spirituality of the Bible down at the prophets.
Right.
Nobody else could do it.
It was given unto us to know the mysteries of the kingdom.
That's it. That's it. The Lord revealed the secrets of the prophets. The Lord revealed the secrets to the servants of the prophets. That's it.
Yep.
All right, this is Matthew 10:34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. So the Lord is bringing nothing but division from the inner. Look, from the details of the inner people to the cities, the countries, those that make the laws. Everybody for the fucking break up. And the elites are gonna divide against each other. And this is why the 10 horns is gonna shoot the missiles on Babylon.
Right.
Okay, that's a division because once upon a time they were together. Then the mother gonna hate the whore.
Real quick, to what he was saying, this is Luke 12:49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. You talking about Micah 7?
No.
Division.
Yeah, so the Lord is coming. That's his main thing.
This is how the civil rest is for them. Baba Kashan, let's get these last precepts about Ezra's.
15, 16.
Yeah, let's get them pieces, and we're gonna close out.
Can I read this right here?
Go ahead, you got it.
It's the book of St. Job, chapter 20 and verse 22 and 23, and it reads, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right, and straits being in that position of difficulty. All right, in the fullness of his sufficiency is when he's at the apex of his plan, his ultimate plan, his new world order. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that wicked is talking about the other nations. All right, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, all right, complete
order.
It says, Yahweh Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Woo! And look, and you talked about the bruising of the head, right?
Yep.
Check this out. It says, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
While it's heating.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So-
because he's gonna be eating because the MOTB is gonna be established. He's gonna get a certain amount of people to take it because that's prophecy. That's gonna be the hour of temptation that's gonna come upon the whole world to try them as well upon the earth.
Right.
Revelation 3 and 11. But in the midst of that, that's when the Lord is going. That's when Yahweh is like, time.
Yep.
You know, going back.
That's it.
Everybody's gonna be in dire straits. You know, and we're gonna be hoping, we're gonna be looking for the missiles coming every day.
What is
You know, and we're gonna be looking like damn it. So yeah.
So like one more. Verse 24, it says, Job 20 and 24, it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. That's talking about the nuclear missiles.
Missiles. I got something for you. This is Luke 21 and 28, going back to what you just said. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Why are we looking up? Because the Lord is going to be coming down in the chariots with the holy angels. So we got to look up. But Facebook got you looking down.
Right. Damn.
See? Facebook got us like this. We supposed to be looking at up. Why? Because guess what? What happens up? We got the prophecies of the moon, blood moons, the signs and times of the heavens. So we got to be looking up, you know.
Plus that also symbolizes our confidence, man, our faith in the Lord.
Yep.
You know, constantly looking up, knowing that the Lord is going to return and deliver us from the ultimate judgment of this place.
Go ahead, you got it.
15, starting at 14. It says, "Woe." That one is definitely dark. Yeah, but anyway.
Nice Gucci. On what I'm looking at right now.
Yes.
2 Ezra 15:14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe meaning destruction. It says, verse 15. For their sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Fine.
Getting close.
Yep, that's right.
Now it's our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yep.
It says, and one people shall stand to fight against another with swords in their hands.
That's where we at. Yeah, that's where we at. We're at the crossroads where that's about to start happening.
Right.
Not people fighting against not only each other, but their local political leaders, like their aldermen, their mayors, their senators, their governors, and things like that, all the way up to the government, the federal governmental level, which is your presidents and you know, and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, on top of policemen, your firefighters, you know, security men, and all of that too. You know, that in that mention, you got think that the stage being set because you have the high inflation. You know, this is gonna be Weimar Republic 2.0. Yeah. So you got people that's gonna be at each other's throats for food, for just everyday basic resources.
For territory.
Yeah.
Well, they showed you the movie Civil War. You know, when they went to the gas station and it was like they had some money for she had like $1,300 and he was like, that ain't gonna even get you a sandwich wrong.
Yeah.
Crush your whole world.
Yep.
Seems like that.
That's how it's gonna be. Scripture say the day's wages for a loaf of bread.
Oh man, it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah.
It's about to get
Don't
ugly
forget
out
the
here.
storehouse is gonna be empty.
It's about to get ugly out here.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
Jake think everything is cool.
And then they did an exercise in 2023, I believe, catastrophic contagion 2025. Same thing they did before the CV-19 came out in 2019, Event 201. So that might be popping off by the end of this year too.
That's part of the global governance.
Right. So all of this, they're gonna put it all in there. It's just like a controlled demolition. Build back better. They putting all, you gotta strategically place all the bombs in the building. You detonate them all at one time so it can come down flush.
Yep.
So they gonna put all,
Yeah.
So this is one more verse. Well, the whole chapter really. But verse 16 it says, "And there shall be sedition among men," because that was what the brother was going into. The brother got the definition.
This is the etymological definition of sedition. It says rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious commotion in the state.
Revolt or factitious commotion in the state. Meaning a state can be, you know, your provinces in your country or a whole country.
It's
Right.
faction,
You know?
like faction.
God.
Yeah,
This is
so
fa-
different factions, so it's different.
Factitious uprising, and that's where we at now.
Yep.
Democrats, Republicans, militia, liberals, and conservatives.
It
You got-
wasn't that much beef and battle between the sects like this going back in the early 2000s.
No,
Nope.
it wasn't.
Not at all.
But now you
And you got
remember,
more sects.
but the
that's been
thing
birthed.
is, remember division. Another
Start getting violent when Trump got
it started getting violent.
Yeah. They've been building
But
some war around this
remember, going back to the early 2000s, it wasn't cool to even talk about if I'm a
Politics.
Republican or a Democrat. Everybody kept that shit silent, went in the motherfucking booth, voted for who you voted for, and left it at that. Now,
Motherfucker hold you accountable for
Yeah.
everything.
you believe in cap. You jump for who?
They ready to kill you.
People don't. Families broke up for this shit.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
So beautiful. It's finna get real. It ain't finna get. Stop saying that shit.
It is.
It's already getting real.
It's getting. It's yeah.
He that have an ear, let him hear.
It's real.
All right.
What my uncle used to say, you know, my great uncle used to say, you got to swallow that bitter pill.
Yep.
You know, and the world is about to, especially America, is about to swallow that bitter pill because they've been tasting sweet
Yep.
since America's inception. That bitter is about to come. That Amerigo is about to be on full display, man.
Yep.
Bro, that's balance. As people say, false balance is an abomination to the world.
Can't have sweet without the bitter.
Right.
Yep. So let's get these remaining precepts and let's close out.
The rest of this, it says, verse 16, second of 15, 16. Should be
Hey,
sedition among-
shalom to Elder Barack Gabar.
Hey, shalom. Shalom.
It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's it. That's what we're coming to.
Yeah.
We're coming to these people going, they're going to just take arms. Okay? They're going to do what they want to do.
They feel they have to.
Yep. Yeah, this is what they feel that they need to do this. It's people that in this revolutionary mindset that, hey, I will be the sacrificial lamb, so to speak. I will do this. I will go fight and kill and shoot whoever.
Yeah, they
I
ready to
think they
die.
got Vocab Malone to do what he do.
They're ready to die. These people is ready to die for their nation, man.
Right.
And then now that Trump, you know, they trying to take out Trump, they feeling like, oh shit, we gotta really step it up now.
Yeah,
You
they
already
feel
know
they losing. They
Right.
feel they losing. So they,
You know, they loading their bullets and everything. They ready to go.
that urgency said.
You gotta imagine like the mind of that average hardcore American. Like, how the hell did they even allow this to happen?
Right.
You know?
That's what they been saying all over
That's
YouTube.
what
Candace Owens.
We gotta protect.
what's her name?
Candace
Candace
Owens.
Owens came in
Yeah.
that type spirit.
Yeah, how would they? Yeah.
Yeah.
She said something about how the hell this nigga even scaled the wall. Like,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
surveillance everything.
Like you lost because it was an agenda. It's part of the damn movie.
That's the confusion. People don't know the script. You got motherfuckers that's in the movie that don't know the script.
Extras.
And she ain't gonna believe it was a conspiracy. What do you mean a conspiracy?
That actually happened. His ear is gone.
She a non-PC NPC.
Yeah.
She an NPC.
They're gonna be divided on that.
But right now we're seeing right here in our own city, with the little conviction,
Yeah, 'cause Trump
convention
just
coming.
landed.
We see how they really scale the areas in the
and-
city.
Yeah, and they like clockwork. They
So how would that pass?
Yeah,
How would somebody,
exactly.
how would somebody get
How many
in
times?
to do that shit?
Mhm.
and
How?
Unless they replaced it.
We seen the military today.
We watching all this
Yeah,
shit
so
right here in
all
Milwaukee
weekend.
on them setting up everything, police everywhere. So how just one lousy ass 20-year-old
A 20-year-old goofy ass.
Don't know
With a
shit.
rifle.
He look like he gonna shoot some shit.
nigga look like a virgin, he ain't experienced life.
I think it was definitely a virgin.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga starting American Pie.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't experienced life, and this dude got the cojones
Man.
to shoot at. You know. But it is what it is. It's
The
a good ass.
president of the United
It's a
States.
good. This is a good Simpsons movie. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get one more precept and let's go.
Well, it was a little bit
It's some
more.
more. Go ahead.
It says verse 18, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
That's the point right there. Nobody knows why this is happening because of the pride against the Lord.
Yep.
This is why everything's going to collapse.
Yep.
Verse 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword."
If you have a opinion from mine, I'm gonna fuck your ass up in these last days. That's what it is.
What kind of American are you?
Eventually,
What kind of American art?
the war between the elites. Eventually, it's gonna come to the point where they're gonna be fighting over resources and be cutting certain communities off and be shutting off grids.
Yep.
And then we're gonna be leading into that point.
Yep.
Where there's men against men fighting over resources.
Yep.
This is what this is ultimately going to. and they're justifying the means of bringing
And
it.
if y'all don't see it, hey, oh fucking well.
They don't get it moving on.
If y'all don't see it, oh well.
So what is the point? Because you got idiots like that. That's the point. This is all a means to an end. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
And the
Spoil-
sword is gonna be a gun, a
Yep.
bat, a motherfucking fire grenade, a machete,
Throwing
a knife, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Whatever it is that you can do to take out your opponent, that's what's gonna be getting. That's what's gonna get used in these last days. Go ahead.
It says,
Out for a minute.
And
Let's cut
put-
it. No,
And see.
the crew has it.
it says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and from great tribulation.
Because that's what this is all leading to. Economic collapse.
That's it.
So,
And we here for it. We want it to happen.
yeah,
right.
I'm here.
Oh, you guys are so negative. You fucking right.
And what's the movie V for Vendetta? And I always mention this in the beginning of the movie. There was economic unrest that set in London.
Yep.
But America's already destroyed.
Yep.
And they had checkpoints, they had curfew, they had military walking around.
Yep.
They had summary executions on the smallest infraction.
Draconian law.
You know.
Right. Draco.
So with that,
You got the last precept out here.
Nah,
Let's get it.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 36. Is red letters, so this is Yahushua speaking. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always,
beautiful.
that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man."
Read that again.
And it's crazy. It's the spirit that the apostle put out the order. Everybody started praying against Babylon. And look what happened a few days later.
Let's
man.
go.
Right.
That's it.
That's heavy, man. Through the spirit, man.
Yep. Because this is a new phase, a new era that's gonna approach. All right, it's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna take place. All right, and the prophets are warning, man. And we doing our job through the Holy Spirit, the Wadi Yahweh Shem El Shai for the Spirit.
Sure.
But we are doing the duty that was required. And through the Holy Spirit, I always mention this about, I believe it's in Samuel, where it says that his words will not fall into the ground, because the things that the prophets are saying, they're taking place. Whether you believe it, like it, understand it or not, this shit is happening.
That's right.
Prophecy is moving whether you are on this motherfucking ship or not. Whether you on a boat or not, this thing is moving.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
miss the boat.
It's moving.
Prophecy is a reality, and
Reality.
y'all about to get a reality check. right?
Prophecy is reality.
Reality shapes our world.
That's right.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead.
I'm gonna read one more time. Luke 21 and 36. "Watch ye therefore and pray always,
So as we're watching the prophecies, we're praying for protection. Go ahead.
that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man."
See, where y'all gonna be when it comes?
Uh-huh.
The Lord gonna give us the power, all right? Or the Lord is gonna shield us from all of the danger.
Under the shadow
When
of
you
the
go
Almighty.
into I believe it's in Exodus where it speaks about that the Israelites was in the land of Goshen. Now remember, Egypt was getting hit with plagues.
Yeah.
Goshen is in Egypt.
Yeah.
But Goshen was always protected. Nothing, the plagues did not come towards Goshen.
That's right.
This is where the prophets was at. You know?
I'm gonna say,
Well, not the prophets at that time. This is where it was a land that was undesired. It was the sheep herders. It was the land of the sheep herders.
yeah.
Where you know?
Yeah.
That it was the land. The Goshen was the land of the sheep herders. Well, we are the sheep herders.
Time.
At this time, through the Holy Spirit.
Touch not my
Right.
prophets, do
They
my
do.
my anointing. No harm.
That's it. Touch not my. Yep.
rock and my fork.
Yeah, you said it backwards.
Yeah, you said
That's
yeah.
right.
That's not my.
Yep.
And then we gonna wax bold. See, we gonna have a little chip on our shoulder when these things start to happen. Boy.
What the script said we gonna be
Yeah,
laughing.
we gonna be laughing now. You gonna laugh at your
But we
calamity.
ain't gonna, man.
You're gonna have a. The script says we're gonna have a merry heart.
Yeah. We're gonna prove the spirit of the Lord.
Well, we've been catching hell. Shit, we in a contract spirit catching hell.
Yeah.
As we telling the fucking world what's finna happen and catching hell, and people not listening, talking shit. We got fight, we got jump, 20 against 4, 5. Brothers ain't getting fights. All this that we're telling you. So when that shit happen, that's why I said earlier, I want that. Let that nigga
Yeah,
come
yeah,
here.
yeah. Let him
Let
it
Trump
happen here.
let Trump come here and let
Pop.
and
Well,
get
wait a
popped
minute,
or some
brother.
shit.
He is here.
You know,
I'm playing.
let that shit come here
He
or
already
whatever,
landed
wherever.
tonight.
Oh yeah,
He landed earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
he
right.
did.
He
Oh,
landed
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, he landed
He's
earlier.
in Milwaukee right
let's
now.
go.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Let that shit happen, bro. It's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah.
But I want to look, man.
So they
I
can
want to
forward,
see,
so we can
man.
forward.
Let this shit go. I'm gonna
Bring
just
it
put it
on.
like that. Bring it on, man.
So they
Because
can
brothers,
bring it in.
look, we want Yahweh Shem Shah's will. Look at that.
Mm.
See that? See that light?
Man.
Call all Yahweh Shem Shah. We want you. Look, that's the spirit. And then it be. We want. Look, we down for Yahweh Shem Shah's will, man.
That's right.
Right.
All right, we down
be
for the
done.
Lord's will, man.
Mm.
So let this shit happen.
Let's
That's
go.
right.
All right.
That's right.
Ain't no time to be scared. If you've been in this truth for this long, all right. Come on,
In
man.
the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power and sound doctrine.
It's about that
Sound
time.
That's
It's about that time for this shit to fucking happen.
right.
It's about that time for it to happen, man. Everybody thinking everything's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't playing.
Right.
He's not playing, man. And sooner or later, these things is gonna come to pass, man. And you gotta be motherfucking grounded in this truth. And pray. And fast. Pray fast, man. I've been saying this for a couple of months now. Pray, fast, repent, repeat. Pray, fast, repent, and keep doing that over and over and over and over and over. Because we are in those times where the Lord's finna start shaking shit up. Right?
And we welcome it.
Let it happen, man. Because all these funky ass fucking people in this world, man, they gonna feel it. My personal, this is personal. You know what I'm saying? This is personal.
Personal.
You got motherfuckers turning their back on you, your woman, your family, everything. This is personal, nigga.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Talking shit. and we
Talking
about
shit. This
daily.
personal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna see when the Lord actually start moving. We're gonna see how you gonna fucking act. The scripture
Right.
says that thy people should be
Willing.
willing and dead out power, man.
That's right.
Right. It says, "Lo, when these things come to pass, then shall they know that the prophet have been
They
among
gonna
them."
know.
Right.
Right.
And we pray and hope that we are those men.
That's right.
Yeah. We're waiting for the Lord to confirm everything that we've been saying.
Vindicate.
Right.
Vindicate.
Vindicate us.
Well-
Well, it said that justified it, justifying in their sayings.
That's right.
That's another word saying
Yeah.
justified.
But what happened with Jericho? What happened with Jericho? We prayed the walls of Jericho down, right? We praying the downfall of Babylon.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, that's why the apostle put out that order to pray for the downfall of Babylon. And look how fast things happen. You know?
This is a part of that.
Yeah.
So and that's it. All right, with that, we'd like to give all going on the praises too.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Chakadash.
Double on the side, Apostle Great Millstone. Citation that with the four corners, pushing the truth and love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. Shalom, Abba, Abba.
Come on.